So hi guys, and welcome back to the Motorcycle Rescuer. I'm filming this on my everyday phone now, which is a new one, Galaxy S10, so it might be good footage, it might not. I've just gone over this bike because we are taking it to MOT. That little numpty has done a good job. You know, I'm quite strict actually with stuff like this, and I left him to it really as much as possible. And I've just gone over everything they will, and he has done a good job. Everything seems in order. Yeah, runs, rides, brakes, does what it's meant to do. Brakes are all in good order, starts first time every time, and it's just a kind of gentle 500 CAF. So this bike will ideally pass an MOT today, and then and that'll be great. I'd like to do something here, but I think we tried too hard to do all this part. I think I'm going to do a triangle and just flatten it there. Keep it simple, flatten it down, and it's done. That just kind of ties in the colour, but actually the shape, the angle, it works. It's probably I'd probably put it up for 1250, looking for a grand or over if I was Sultan. But I just know what he's like. He's a pain in the arse. He's going to think he's going to get 18 out of it probably. He's been a bit rough with it. You see the paintwork on the back, look, it's chipped and stuff. He's just been a bit rough with it, which is a shame. That these are some of the lessons you learn, look, when doing all this. That you put in all the effort. The problem is he doesn't learn that because he didn't put in the effort on the paint. I did. So he just chucks it around quite roughly. So if I was him, I'd see if we've got a tiny bit left. I think we do. And I would be touching these up actually before it goes, and then I'd be putting on a nice thick polish to get all the shine up. Everything else we'll put our turtle wax cutting compound on. It's going to look stunning, absolutely stunning. And that's it. We're going to keep it mirror free, and let's see how this MOT goes. This is the big question. Later on today, I've got a chat to a couple of people about Nat's Knackers Yards bike. A couple of people very interested. I've got the Sinis because I want to see if I can transfer the regulator, maybe the battery, and see if it works on here. I think they're the same bikes underneath. I'm sure they are. So the regulator on that, I really hope it's just the regulator, guys. I need this out of my way. Can't stand it anymore. Want my little Vespa back, and yeah, and this is just killing me. I'm actually going to ask Warren for some money for this, probably 50 quid, because it's been 2 weeks of hell, and I've wasted a hell of a lot of time on it. And if I have the time today or tomorrow and it doesn't snow too much, I want to get out Jake's SH125. Is it an SH or PS125? And I'd like to see if I can set the timing again. I'm going to try setting the timing twice. Once at what it looks like top dead center, as in both rotations, and then I put a screwdriver down last week. I don't think the bottom end is in line, so I don't think when the bottom end says it's top dead center it is. I don't think, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to look into all of that. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you up as to how we're doing. Alright guys, great news. Sultan's little CAF passed its MOT. The guys on this occasion did point out the one size under number plate. I think every now and again they just have to. Like with me, they normally don't mind one size down, but we did tell the truth. We have the full size at home, so we could have swapped it over actually. But it's passed. That's great news. This bike is safe, roadworthy, starts, runs and rides, and it's ready for the road. So Sultan has a bike that's ready for sale soon. It is a stunning bike. We're going to do some final touches today at some point, and then it'll be up and advertised, ready to go. We do need to figure out where we're going to fit a coolant bottle. That is important. It has to be on there, but I have talked to Sultan. We are going to work that out. We're pleased. We're very pleased.
Won't be enough space. Ideally, I'm looking for a cruiser just because of the weight, the height to the ground, as in very low height, due to the fact that most of the time because of being low, you're lower risk of basically leaning a bit too much, and then before you know it, boom, you're on the floor and you got a chisel in your neck. But yeah, shouldn't be that bad. Varagos go for about 1.3 or 1300. This is going to go up for sale for 1300, and I know I'm going to get offers and so on. Charlie sold his ZL for I think it was 1400. So just really seeing how far this goes. Also, there is one thing that has to be put into consideration of basically is an epidemic going on of COVID and so on. Hoping everyone's at home being safe and so on. Ideally, it's just a case of finding the right person that wants it, really, because in lockdown, a lot of people are losing their jobs, a lot of people have to stay at home, isolating and everything like that. Just seeing if anyone really wants to have like a work bike, really, or something more of a leisure thing or something. I think social. I think Charlie and Rabjab, hold on.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Motorcycle Rescuer channel. I am the Motorcycle Rescuer. I'm lucky enough that Lisa borrowed me her Sinis this weekend. I've been bugging her for a couple of weeks now to borrow it. What's really sad for her is that she was knocked off her bike. And there's a fair amount of damage. There's a crack down there, but it's mainly about the it's all kind of compromised. The steering is very slightly bent, exactly as Warren's actually. I'm gonna have to recenter that. And down here, look. But she has, I believe, ordered the parts. This come off. Now these stickers are a right pain. This came with the Oxford grip, so it should have been spot on. But I think I'm gonna drill. I think I'm gonna find and use the bracket. What is that? Oh God. You alright? Right. My desperate hope today is that this regulator on that bike fits that. That's my desperate hope. I just want to see if that regulator solves that problem. I'm not touching anything else. I'm going to plug a battery in, the original battery, the new one, plug the regulator in, and pray that it works. I'm then going to try the battery from there to there. That's kind of step 2 at this stage, right? If that doesn't work, then we're looking at other things. Now, I have a feeling, I have a concern about this switch, as in the ignition switch. See, the green wire comes up through here. So I'd probably want to look in here at the contacts and see what's going on there and see if that solves it. That will be step 3. So, hope that the regulator is transferable. Start with that. Try the new battery and the regulator. That might solve it. If that don't work, swap the battery from here. We know it's working and charging. Over to here. See if that solves it. If that don't work, I think I'm going to be looking at the switch. Now, my thought is that I can just bridge the wires. Which I can, you're basically hot wiring it just to see basically how that works. So I'll look into that. Let's take that panel off first and see if it's the same regulator. That is step 1. Right guys, so the mystery of this bike continues. You can see I've messed with the ignition. I took it all out. It had loads of grease in there. I cleaned it all up. That hasn't solved the issue. I put the old regulator on just to double check that the output of that one was even lower than the output of this one. Now the output of this one is all above 12 volts from here, but obviously it's not on load. I mean, the battery's there, but it's not getting down to there, so it's not on load. I checked the wires again here, DC voltage, and they definitely are putting out enough voltage, and the voltage is rising with revs. So I don't know what the next step for me. The next step for me is a brand new £55 wiring loom first, and then if that doesn't work, another regulator just to check, 12 quid or something. So I think there's just no other option. The new wiring loom takes away any of that messing around, doesn't it? Although I don't know if that, it won't come with the switch, but that's fine. This switch, I just took it apart and cleaned it, it's fine. The other thing people have been talking about checking is more up here, but there just isn't anything up here. I'm going to take these switches off and just check again the wiring in there just in case, but I'd be really shocked if any of the wiring up there was causing enough problems or arcing or something. But let me have a little look. It'd be nuts not to at this stage. Right guys, so everything we've tried has failed. This is what I'm going to try next. By the way, I did just take the switch apart, clean it up, check it all. It seems fine, it wasn't causing any issues. I'm going to unplug everything. All of this, none of it's necessary at the moment. I'm going to unplug everything, see if it comes back, if my power comes back. If it does, great, but it's not going to. I mean, I'd be shocked. Next step for me is a wiring loom, and even then, I'm not sure, because the wiring loom only comes up to certain parts, doesn't it? It only comes up to here, and it only comes up to here, and it only comes up to here, all these. So what are we saving by doing it? We're filling in this middle area, but that is actually the next step. £25 second-hand one, £55 brand new, and a new regulator, just out of curiosity. Right, I am going to try this one last time. I'm just going to unplug everything and make sure. We'll need the brake switches, they can stay, but I'll unplug them once we've started it, and we'll see how it goes from there. So guys, that's it for me today on this bike. I've done everything. I've unplugged everything, started it up first, unplugged everything. It's not putting out the right voltage under load. My advice to Warren, in fact, I'm going to order one more regulator that's different to this one, just in case, and then it's wiring loom. If that fails, I'm lost, I'm done. That's as far as I go for this bike. Alright, otherwise, yes, yeah, first time in a, yeah, it's nice. It's going to get snow later, so yeah, that's it guys. I'm going to try one more regulator next weekend, then a new wiring loom the weekend after that, and that's it, it's over. I'm not putting any more time or effort into it. If that's the case, it becomes a parts bike. It'll be an engine and parts and this and that, and Warren may make close to what he put out on it in parts, probably not. What we won't do is sell it on with this problem like the guy did to Warren. Although to be fair, it was hit over by a car, and what that can do is huge, you know. So guys, last week I tried to collect the Yamaha xj550 Maxim, and it just wouldn't fire up for me. I brought Rabjab up with his jump leads, and it fired up. Unbelievable. I probably just flooded it or something. Bit smoky, but it hasn't been started for a while. Me and Rabjab get to ride this bad boy 5 minutes away. I am fully road legal and insured on this bike. I never took it off. I left it on. It's funny actually, I kept a set of keys as well. I said to Aidan at one point, Aidan, I've got a set of keys. And he goes, oh, it's fine. Now, can you imagine meeting anyone else and you sold a bike to them for £12.50 and you said, by the way, I'm keeping a key and the insurance on it, just in case. And them going, yeah, that's all right. That's what Aidan is. That's what Aidan's like, which is really nice actually. And Aidan's always got access to my bikes if he ever needs them as well. Beautiful bike. Hopefully the smoke sorts itself out. Oh, I forgot the choker's on. Right, we'll take a nice gentle ride back to the garage. I wanted to rescue it today, guys, because it's going to snow. And I want to get it tucked in the garage. This is a beautiful bike. It needs to stay like it. Stunning. So guys, I'm flitting between cameras, but oh man, I love this bike. I love it, absolutely stunning. I wish I could get the chrome a bit better. You can see where it's pitted in the past. I mean, it's shiny enough, but you can see where it is pitted in the past. But this is a £2 grand bike. Sultan's saying what will you sell it to a friend for? I'm saying I'm not. Honestly, guys, because in April it becomes historic. It's 40 years old. Chain and sprocket's like new. It's just stunning. It's only done 26,000. So yeah, I think this bike's gonna have to go up for 2K, guys. And I mean, I would love to keep this bike. I really would. What?
You think you'll turn historic when you're 40 years old?
Yeah, got a while, mate. You can hear it, it's so solid. I've kept it running, guys, because some people talked about the seals in here possibly having gone. If you remember last time, it was revving itself up a little bit. I've got a seal kit, so I can change them. I may even change them, just to be sure. But at the moment, it's been on for 20 minutes and it hasn't done that. So I probably resolved that on the last service when I did the carbs. I think Sultan's taking the XJ for a spin.
I think in the next Fast and Furious movie, they're going to only have 2 passengers in the car because of social distancing.
I mean, there'd be no passengers in the car, would there? Right, guys, this is what we're doing. Rabjab's talking about me about this. So, yeah, I think you'll probably... I want to as well, Rabjab. I want to get it right. I've put it at what I think is top dead centre. And now what's interesting is... it's 1 tooth off. So, yes, there's a possibility that it's 1 tooth off, basically. So I'm going to spin it 1 tooth less, 1 tooth left, and then and see if that solves it. On this occasion, I'll be buttoning down this and trying to fire it before putting the top back on, just because it doesn't matter. It's going to spill out a tiny bit of oil, and that's it. So let me reset this. Look, I'm going to turn it 1 to the left. Keep it simple, but you of course have to retake off the oh god, the chain tensioner. Then these 2, 1 to the left, pull it back on, and then this is 2 on the left on this occasion. The cams should be the other way. If this is top dead center, the cams should be facing the other way. So I'll see what that looks like in a minute. Okay, guys, so I did reset the timing by 1. I'm not hopeful that it fires up. I've even left the housing off. I've even left the housing off, so it's going to spit oil, but I need to hear if it's even attempting to start before continuing. Guess. Start, no start? I doubt it. That is kind of what it was like last time. It's...
Should be bulletproof engine problems.
It's kind of the same.
What's wrong with it exactly?
I don't know, that's the problem. It could be out of it could be out of time, it could be the valves seem okay, camera. I don't know, but it's definitely spraying fuel, it's definitely sparking, but is it doing it at the right time? Alright guys, it was worth a shot. I'm going to have a little play with the engine and just see if it all lines up again on this occasion. And then I might even try spinning it around a full 360 and trying it again. I mean, I know it's a right pain in the arse, but it's worth getting it right. The timing to me looks spot on, guys. It just looks spot on. It looks like it's tiny to the left, but it always will have a tiny little indiscrepancy left or right. I think it could be that the valves are on the wrong way round. So basically what I'd have to do is unbolt everything, take this all back off again, set it to top dead center where it is now, and turn the valves around 180 basically, and seat them back down. That's kind of the only thing left really to try. So I'm going to try that. So at the moment we're two on the left at the bottom. It kind of don't make a difference. If I turn that around, it would be one on the left. That doesn't make a difference, but where the cam lobes are does make a difference. The actual settings, I checked the measurements, they seem fine. Little bit extra on the exhaust, but nothing to stop it firing at all, I would have thought. I may actually just do that. I may actually just nip that up properly first, just in case it isn't getting its full exhaust. But then I'm going to go for the whole 360 on the cam lobe under there itself, take it all off, turn it, put it back together. I feel like, guys, this is my last ditch effort on this. So I've turned the cam a full 180. Yeah, in case the whole thing was out, if that makes sense. It's a really tough one to work out. I have reset the clearances. It's worth a shot, but don't hold your breath. Oh, it would be nice to hear you again. Come on. Doesn't seem far off. Yeah, no idea, guys. I'd like to put some spray through the airbox. Don't worry about the leaking oil, it's because all the front's off. Alright everyone, wrapping up for today. There are times when things don't work out, and that is part of the game. This bike, I genuinely don't think it's worth putting another hour into it. I'm going to order a new regulator. I'm going to try one more regulator just in case. And Warren can order a wiring loom if he wants to try that, but then it's over. You know, there's nothing more we can do. So new loom and new reg is the route I'd be going down. Both the stators are working and they've been changed. Engine fires up beautifully. This bike is just not charging, and you know, we have to work out why. We've tried the earths, we've cleaned the earths, we've made sure that's all good and connected. Everything else was connected today, disconnected. So there shouldn't have been any reason why it wouldn't charge. And that's the kind of things you work with. I think what Warren's got standing here is an engine, and some forks and some body panels. If I'm being honest, that's the sad truth. Anyway, on a more lighter note, Steve has secured the ZL600. That's great news. Sultan secured his MOT. That's great news. And I've got probably the best looking bike on the market back in my possession. It is stunning. If anyone is interested in this bike, it is going to be around the 2K mark. It does become everything free soon. Tyres are in great condition, chain and sprocket's practically new, and you can tell this bike's been looked after, and the mileage is low. Yeah, from April, I believe, we have the dating certificate of this bike. It's April, it becomes 40. That's when you can do the paperwork to make it historic, and then you've got a bike that's worth its weight in gold, basically, because you don't pay for anything. You know, you pay very, very cheap insurance. Mine for this year was like £79 for the whole year, which is why I just left it on. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any tips, let me know. What are your thoughts on that lexmoto? I am stuck. I've only tried one regulator. I plugged in the old one today down there, and that had a worse reading, a worse output reading, which was interesting. I'm going to try one more, but let me know what you think. I think it's just, sometimes you just can't resolve it. On very rare occasions, you just can't find the problem, and on some bikes, it's not worth it. Let me know what you think on the SH. It's a pain in the arse. Again, I think it just can't be done. I think maybe the engine build didn't go as well as I thought it did. That's a possibility. I've tried every timing thing there is, and can't seem to get it to fire up. Yet it ran beautifully beforehand. So that's a tough one. I'm dead set that the piston and rings are fine. I'm dead set there's a problem with timing. When I used a screwdriver down this spark plug gap last time, the actual top dead center was different to the top dead center in here. It actually was different. So I don't know if that means I should be going by that, ignoring that, and then doing this. I might try that tomorrow if it doesn't snow like crazy tonight. I might give that a shot in case somehow it slipped. I mean, surely that's impossible. The other thing I wasn't sure is, I wasn't sure if I was measuring the piston coming up and down through there, or if I was touching the valves, if they were coming up and down, if that makes sense. I guess I could take all that off, couldn't I? I could take all this off and try that again. But it definitely didn't line up with there. Let me know what you think. Let me get a nice starting picture for today's video.